welcome back to the Porschemode channel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick tour of everything we've got going on at the workshop at the minute. We've got numerous cars with, I think we've got one of pretty much every model here with various different issues and work going on. We seem to have gathered a lot of cars, which are 95% done. We're just waiting on just the last little bits. So we should have like 10 cars going out between today, Monday and Tuesday over the weekend. And we've got a couple of viewings as well. But we'll, I'll do a tour. I'll walk you through everything we've got going on and just discuss a bit more what job has involved diagnostics through to completing the job and getting it back to the customer. So to begin with, let's start at the back and we'll make our way forward. Back it up. So if we spin around, so what have we got out here? We got the Taycan 4S, which has come in from main dealer. It's only got 20,000 miles on the clock. As you can see, the suspension's collapsed. Why it's so low? We've not had a chance to look at it. It wasn't booked in. It's been off the road for like 10 months. I'm not sure, speaking to the customer, what's gone on, but they want the car fixed. I think there was a big bill, like I think Porsche Bristol wanted to replace all 4 shocks and the air suspension unit. Like I said, I just said, look, we'll get the car in, have a look ourselves. Yeah, we'll just get that done. But that's something for a few weeks' time when it's actually booked in. The 996 Turbo is the one with the alarm control fault. I've just fixed this week Chris's 996 Turbo, which is at the front. So that's my next job for next week. That was alarm control fault, which I was waiting on components for. So that's my next job next week. We've got the Boxster barn find, which... Shoo. Drain. Boxster barn find, I've got all the bits. Just need a little bit of time to do that. Simms Cayman. That burst a brake line over the gearbox. So that just got recovered in. He's not in a massive rush for that because he's having an operation. And I did tell him it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
What happened here, Martin? Is there something coming up we're going to see soon? Is there,
yes.
What?
There are some Cayenne parts here, which I may have had a small incident down a dirt lane.
Oh, he ripped the wing apart.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But there will be a video coming shortly. Not my finest moment, but...
Your sportiest moment either.
Sportiest moment, yes. Okay, yeah. This is what happens when you put your car in sports mode. Admittedly, it was a wet lane. I'm not a rally driver. I just stick to tarmac racing, not dirt track racing. But yeah, our tow car, which has just been MOT'd and everything, did take a small impact.
To be continued.
Into a tree, but to be continued. We have filmed it. It is tucked under that ramp. We have got it semi-repaired, but we're going to do something cool with it. So do stay tuned. We are going to do a KM build, which I think is going to be really interesting. What else we got going on? Those two. That's the Turkish car. That's the track car coming up. 981 sales car, which is... I've been using this actually. I've been dashing around in it because it's 2.7. Really nice car. It's got all the specs. I've been using that, but I'm done using it now because we replaced some of the coolant solenoids, which is a common fault. It comes up on the dashboard, coolant warning. And also we did the pad and mounts because they had failed. So again, just road tested the car, made sure it was, ready for sale when it does go out. So that needs cleaning and putting under a ramp. What have we got run down? We've got the hybrid KM, which is a battery fault, which is one of our jobs. We've got the 993, which is coming for a whole host of issues, this 993. Yeah, we've sent the dial off to be repaired because the oil temp fluctuates, and you tap the dashometer, oil temp gauge, you give it a couple of taps and then it normalizes. And then suddenly it will sporadic, go right to the top. You tap the dash and it'll do it. So we've seen that before. It's the instrument clock. So that's off for repair. We're just waiting for that back. But the lead time on that is 6 to 8 weeks. So it's a bit of we've just tucked it in the corner out the way. 997 Gen 2 sales car. We've got a viewing on that tomorrow, which hopefully that will sell because that is a really nice car. Chris's PDK car, which need a bit of time to do the PDK sensor. GT4. This came in with pattern mounts that were faulty. So we've put a new set of sensors on here. So when we opened up the pattern mount itself, the two problems you get here with the pattern mounts is water ingress and the mount failing. Now, you can buy the sensors and put a new sensor into the mount. This car's really low mileage. It's done, I think it's like 12,000. So you know the mount itself is going to be good. So putting a new sensor in there, brilliant, 3-year warranty, you're not going to get an issue. But when the mounts have done, say, like 50 to 80,000, we have seen the mounts fail themselves. So you can spend all that money putting a new sensor in it, then you end up with, replacing the engine mount because it starts leaking oil. So it's really a bit of trust in your garage to give you the best outcome there for longevity and the repair. So, but that's all done. We just need to get back on the ramp and put the diffuser back on. So that's done. This came in with the roof not working, and it had broken the plastic cogs on the roof gearboxes. Whilst it was in, the customer said, look, I'd like to get an MOT done on the car. He just said, look, put it in for MOT. If it fails on anything, just let me know. So that's why it's got a new set of discs and pads on the front. That was all it got, it failed on. And had a couple of advisories I can see. So a couple of advisories on tyres, which are on the sheet on the passenger seat. So we've just got the roof to do. Over the back, the 997 turbo, which is awaiting a fuel pump, which is going to go onto this ramp today. So that's the car that came out of a main dealer. They told him it was turbo failure, but we're suspecting it very much looks like it's a high pressure fuel pump. So that's a job pending to go on today. The 928, which we're waiting for a part back, which we've had back a few days. Just need some time to get onto that one. James's car waiting for a Bose amplifier to come back. Again, the lead time on that's been 6 to 8 weeks to repair it. So that's a bit of a longevity. It takes a bit longer than we would like, but it's cheaper than replacing with a new unit. The 996 is in for a suspension refresh, but that car came in for a PPI, and guy's only just brought the car. He just said, look, I want to get it back to its former glory. So we said, the suspension is looking 20 years old, fairly ropey. So we suggested, look, do a suspension refresh, and it's going to sharpen the car up again. So that's one to do. We're waiting on all the parts turning up for that. This car here it's not originally green, it's wrapped to this colour. But this is the car we've just done a full suspension rebuild, top to bottom. So Bilstein B4 dampers, new springs, all new arms, anti-roll bar links, inner and outer tie rods, like a complete suspension overhaul with new discs and pads because one of them was warped. So we've done all that work, and I've just got the charger on there and the P-Wiz to code in the steering wheel because the customer's put on a...
Oh, that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, he's put on like a 991 wheel.
Nice.
So we're just going to code that into the car to...
Is that easy, expensive? Is it
He had already put the wheel on,
okay.
So we just need to code it in. So
And can you code in the full functionality of the wheel?
yes, yeah, we're going to code in the multi-function wheel.
And it even works with, say, the Apple CarPlay second-hand screens?
I'm not sure because I'm not sure if he's added in the multi-function I think there's a separate module for when you put a head unit in to get the multifunction buttons working.
I see.
But I think it all should work. If he's installed it correctly and put all the correct bits in there, it should all link together. Watch this space. So yeah, but we've not fitted it, so I don't know. I'm just going to code it and then go from the bottom of that. What else we got? This GT4. Where can we? So this came in for the pad and mounts, same as the red GT4 over the back. We've done all that work. We've changed the oil, put some new plugs in, and then the guy who owns the car was complaining about the mapping on the car. He was saying it gets hung up and in the revs, and we went out on a drive and we did some data logs, and it definitely doesn't feel, something's not quite right with the mapping, let's just say that. I'm not sure if it's a hardware issue, we're just looking into it now, whether it's a hardware issue or a software issue. So we're just about to start tuning this vehicle, see where we get to, carry out quite a few revisions, start tuning it and see where we get to. It could well be he has an underlying issue with like a sensor, cats, anything like that, but it's not the power it should be putting out. So these should, with the OPF delete and some air filters and stuff, it should be, like 450, 460 horsepower from the data logs and stuff like that. It definitely isn't where it is. It's very much on standard power for a car. So it's putting a huge amount of ignition timing out top end. I spoke to the customer and he's always ran this on Shell V power. So yeah, it's something we need to look into. As I do this car and look through the logs and stuff, I'll do some video in, and you might see it in next week's video rather than this week, because it's probably going to fall into next week by the time we sort that car out. We've got Chris. Yeah, hello, Chris. We got Scott's M3, which has just come back from the body shop. New front splitter, yeah.
How is it? You happy with the M3?
Yeah, I love it. A couple more little bits, but yeah, ready to go.
What's left to add?
Short shifter.
And a good driver.
And some talent, but apparently you can't buy talent.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, free storage.
Looking good though.
Yes, we've got Scott's car. Scott's car is going to go because I picked him up this morning. That came back yesterday. We've got to get the gearbox back in the GT3 replica because we were waiting on all the coolant pipes. So Adam did all the coolant pipes, which run over the tops of the engine.
How was that for a job, Adam? All right?
I've done a few of them before now, so I know what to expect. So I brought the paracetamol in before I started the job. It's not straightforward. They go right over the engine, through pipes, under pipes. So
just got to be careful.
You've got to be careful.
You don't break anything, and the expansion tank.
There's a lot of things like sensors sticking out, and you just got to watch out for them because they can break. Yeah, it's done. Straightforward as well.
Again, this car came in for. He brought a light and clutch and flywheel off his friend, and this has not long had a Hardtech rebuild. But I think two of the exhaust bolts were seized. Two of the gearbox bolts were seized into the engine, so that created a bit of a headache. Even just getting the box out, we had to just leave the bolts to soak in penetrating oil for a little bit, just to work them out. But it's a really nice car. It's had all the right money spent on it, and now with the coolant pipes, clutch slave, release bearing, light and flywheel clutch, it'll be a really nice car. This was the one we saw at Castle Combe in the video. Yeah. So yes, that wasn't him. But he did leave a review, that chap. He did leave a nice review. Yeah. So fair play to him. He did. It was genuine to his why? Do you need areas of pain?
You thought
Where have you been up to?
You thought Porsche was a rip-off, right?
It really
I just
hurts.
got back from the chiropractor. Oh well, the receipt's there's 2 pages.
That's just the advisories. Yeah,
it was.
What else we got going on? We've got Sammy doing a major service on the Macan.
How's the service going, Sammy? Yeah, it's going all right.
Just doing the brake fluid. We did have a snapped bleed nipple on the other side, so Martin, I sprung to the rescue, and yeah, we got a brand new bleed nipple in over the back now, so you can see that.
Looking smart.
So when that happens, I think Porsche just quote to put a new caliper in.
Oh wow.
So but that was like a quick 10-minute job. Job done.
Sorted, looking good.
Saved the customer, I don't know, what are they, like £500 a caliper? So, and the downtime and ordering it. So yeah, Jason's actually a really good customer. He's a Macan. So we've seen him a lot, looked after the car. Chris is sorting the 996. Just, this was the one we were doing the alarm control unit underneath the seat. So we're just giving it a good clean under there before putting the seat back in. So
How you been finding that, Chris? All right.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's a bit, bit messy under here, but
Yeah.
cleaning it all up. So yeah, all good.
but yeah, this is Chris's car. So we did a full suspension on this overhaul, and if you pop the, not your car,
Not you, Chris.
another Chris. Not it's not Chris with a K, it's Chris with a CH. Oh,
Chris with a kick-ass can.
but this is about 600 horsepower, not tuned by us. Chris tuned it quite a few years back. But yeah, it's got a couple of forged jump valves on there. We did fit if you see under there, it's quite shiny, the IPD plenum. And whilst I was in there, I did find a boost leak on one of the vac systems. So
Oh, he's going to be loving it when he gets it back then.
I will say I drove the car before the IPD plenum and after now. That's made a hell of a difference. It was definitely quite a big, not big, it was losing a little bit of boost. We picked up about 0.1 of a bar, which is actually quite a lot in like air volume wise, because it was boosting about 1 bar. And now we're getting between 1.1 and 1.2 throughout the whole revs. It's quite linear.
I suppose this is a 20-year-old car and it's putting out 650 horsepower.
Yeah, on a stock engine.
Cool, yeah.
Stock engine, stock turbos. I think they're stock turbos, I'm not sure. Pretty sure they're not been hybrid or anything like that, but there might be paperwork from years ago.
30.
It is 51 plates, what's that, 24-year-old.
Wow.
And I tell you what, yeah, for 600 horsepower, it show most modern cars up.
Yeah.
So that's why, yeah. So, but this is the one we had the alarm control fault on. So we've done that, fixed that. Chris is going to collect that on Monday. So it's a nice spec, really nice spec. I think
It's a classy carbon.
he brought it from Pied Performance.
Oh, fair.
So they're reputable for their car sales. Sam's 991 turbo, Gen 2 turbo with the failure. That is, we're just doing a bit of finalisation on the mapping. It's all up and running now. Just had it MOT'd yesterday and done a few data logs, and I'm just dialing in the map on that one. So hopefully we'll get this back to Sam. But this is the one we've upgraded the turbo. So the standard 420 horsepower in this model comes with KO3 turbos. The GTS, which was 450 horsepower, came with KO4 turbos, so quite a big increase. You know, by adding KO4 turbos, if you tuned this car, Visa GTS with these turbos, you're going to get like 60 to 80 horsepower difference. So it's
Considerable.
when you're replacing the turbo anyway, it's a worthwhile upgrade for the same price. So that's all been done. That's a sales car. We just need to give a wash down and hand over. And then what else have we got? We've got a thermostat in for that 987. And then a couple of other bits in the yard we're waiting on. Waiting on thermostat for Toby's Panamera. We've got this one which was in for a battery, just very simple job. So yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of stuff. But as you can see, we've literally got Sam's car, the 996, the GT4, the couple of services in the background. They're all going to get them done in the next couple of days and get them out the door. I'm trying to think what else interesting we've got coming in. So we have got Laurie, my dentist's Taycan Turbo S in this week for brake pads. So he's recently purchased the car and he said the brakes are a bit squealy, and we got him in, we had a look at the brake condition, and I knew exactly what was going on before I even took the pads out. But we'll go to that now and we'll show you the condition of what the pads were like. And then otherwise this week you're just going to see a lot of smaller jobs. Not necessarily, we've had like a lot of smaller jobs rather than bigger jobs. So there's going to be a lot of cars this week rather than a few bigger jobs. So we'll cut into that now. So Simon's car, I've just drilled this locating or fixing bolt for the brake disc. Absolute perfection.
You are a drilling master.
Drilling master. So yeah, that
Drill daddy.
that snaps when it come off. So that's the last bolt to drill out before going back. And of course, all 4 bolts that hold the retaining plate. The retaining plate for the wheel bearing snapped, absolutely corroded. So yesterday was a day of just drilling out 4 bolts, tapping them all out again and sorting that out for Simon. And this wheel bearing, I could not believe that it was so bad for the little noise it was making. This is probably the worst wheel bearing I've ever taken apart. And, it didn't sound like a wheel bearing had gone, and it just suddenly happened all of a sudden. So I will cut in the video now of me having this off the ramp, and I was just spinning that. You can see how rough it sounds. We'll get this back to Simon. We'll get it tracked after this. That's done now. Get us back together and get back to him. On closer inspection, of the gearbox motors. No idea what's gone on here, but as you can see, this little tab, there's a little notch on the gear cog. You can just see it's all rounded over on one edge. It's like that on both sides. You can see that. It should be like a locating nub for the arm, but both sides is rounded off. Not sure how that happens, because these arms where you can see there, that's the locating pin. And there's got little teeth as well, so these teeth are all rounded as well. So we're gonna have to get a new bracket. But when that's bolted on, like so, there's a pretty hefty big bolt that goes all the way through there. So it must have been some sort, yeah. For that to slip, start going like that. Maybe they were loose, maybe it was an old repair, not too sure. But could explain why he's had these roof issues, because that's been slipping quite a lot. And the nub's basically been taking all the force. So we can buy both these angles separately. And luckily for the customer, we do keep all these old bits when bits have snapped or other bits have failed in the motors. So we have got a pair of these in good condition that we'll put on his car, rather than buying these complete motors. I think these are about £350 each. These brackets are about £70. So we're gonna have to order in 2 of these, and then we can we'll just rob some out of these old spares to save these motors, because otherwise they're good. It wasn't these cogs that are very common to snap in. It was these metal gears that were making all the noise around here. So yeah, not seen this before. I would have put strong money on it was these, so that's why we ordered these in. But we'll keep these as spares, and we'll fix up these cogs.
I didn't say that about.
This is Rayner's car, which we spoke about, the failed paddle mount. As you can see there, the left side of the exhaust tip is a lot lower than the right tip. It's actually the left engine mount failing has caused the right tip to go up. And you've got to strip the rear spoiler out, the fans, rear lights, so all this stuff up here on the racking to access these engine mounts in the back. And you can see here, these are the 2 like breather holes, and you can clearly see there how dirty and oily those breather holes are. So that's the side that's failed. And then if we scan over to this one, we can see this mount is perfectly clean, which is another reason why we end up fitting, where did I put the mounts to? That's why we're going to replace them with the 2 non-paddle engine mounts, and we're never going to have the issue again. A lot of people do say on the channel, they're like, oh, why don't you just code out the old ones? Well, they often fail like this and start leaking oil. So we've got that to do. It's not actually that bad of a job, couple of hour job. We'll get those engine mounts in, we'll get them coded out, and the customer has got a bright red GT4 that he's going to swap over with this, because he's got the exact same fault with his GT4, failed paddle engine fault. So yeah, he's a bit unlucky. Within 2 weeks both his cars had engine mounts fail. I suppose that shows how, you know, how fragile they are to break in. He's opting for our solution on both his cars to get rid of the electronic engine mount, so he's never going to have the issue again. What else we got going on? There's Sammy with his fresh skin fade.
Yeah.
Did you have a date of the weekend?
Scott copying each other.
Oh yeah.
One had to man this workshop and that's me.
And there he
That's
is.
a bold claim. Pun intended. Really?
One X pipe going on a 991 Gen 1 3.8 Carrera S. Customer was complaining. Well, not complaining. He said it wasn't loud enough for what he wanted. So we've got rid of the centre silencer, and this X pipe removes all of them. So there's the. Where do we put the old box over? There's the old unit. We're working on something a little bit different today, and it's not the Land Rover. It's this lovely Maserati. Do like the colour. So we've got that. Red GT4. Red Maserati GranTurismo. So it's in for major service and brake fluid change. We've acquired this car from one of our good customers at a village. They sell a lot of exotic vehicles, Bentleys, Maseratis, Porsches. John often asks us, especially stuff like this. We've serviced Lamborghini Gallardo off him, Ferrari 360, Ferrari 430, this, various other exotic stuff. This gives me a call, so we can be trusted and complete it to the manufacturer's standards. Yeah. All Maserati parts going on this. Oil change, pollen filter, and the air filter. Spark plugs were done last service, so we're going to leave them, and we are carrying out a brake fluid change. However, you'll see here the brake caliper's been off. Well, we've taken it off, shall we say. It's missing. Yeah, as you can see there, the brake caliper is missing. We've had it off because it had a snap bleed nipple. So if we, there you go, there's the bleed nipple. There's the old one on the outside. But yeah, this one was snapped, so we've removed the caliper, extracted that, and put a new bleed nipple in there. So that's what Sammy's been doing this morning, leading into this afternoon. So we'll get that caliper back on and get this returned back to Motor Village. We have a 996 in for MOT. Oh, that's nasty, isn't it? What's going on there on the paintwork? What was the issue with the headlight, Adam?
It was the headlight switch. It's quite a confusing fault, because the symptoms you get are the indicator's not working, the dipped beam's not working, everything else works, and if you flash the headlights they'll work, the main beams, but you can't get them to work because the flash bypasses the switch. There's one way to tell that it's not getting that correct position on that switch. If it flashes, it doesn't turn on the main beams.
Struggling to turn it on this morning.
Struggling to turn it on, it's a Monday morning, you know.
It's a slow start.
So, you know, start the switch.
Start the switch.
Start the switch, because it's out to be right.
So, yeah.
Headlights indicators are now working.
Easy diagnosis. We have got we do keep a old unit here just to test.
Yeah.
So we put it in the car, all is working. We've ordered a new one from Porsche. Not actually that expensive, I think. It's £140 plus VAT, which, you know, it's not cheap, but it's not, in the grand scheme of what the cars are, it's okay, yeah.
There's quite a number of things wrong with this car. Quite literally, with mould.
Yeah, it's in need of some love.
Yeah, none of the struts work.
What is it, Adam?
Handles don't work.
It's an honest car.
Very honest.
It's an honest car, but
I mean, if somebody wanted a nice R96 and wanted to spend some money, the project would be great for it.
just needs a good clean, really, doesn't it? Oh, and a tyre.
2 punches, rear boot struts don't work, door handles don't work, doesn't start unless you restart the battery. The roof I don't think works at all. It's got a hard roof on the top instead.
It's got a few. It's in need of some TLC.
Yeah.
It's in need of some TLC. No, it's just. But you don't know the price point the customer got the car at. It could have been an absolute bargain. So, you know, like the high mileage Hero, it is what you pay for the car. So new into stock is this 3 litre diesel Macan S. We've looked after this car for quite a few years actually. Has done 120,000 miles, and it's been extremely reliable for the last owners. They purchased it brand new, so they've had the car 10 years, well, 9.5 years. It's a 66 plate, and they've gone and brought themselves another Macan because they loved it that much. They've just gone to a newer shape now. So they offered this car, and I don't think you're going to find many one-owner 2016 Macan S's out there. So yeah, it has done 120,000 miles, but we've looked after it for the last 5 years, I think, 5-6 years, and anything the car's needed, brakes, tyres, all that kind of stuff, it's had done. Yeah, they did actually tour Europe in this.
Yeah,
that's
how you get through the barriers super quick.
Yeah, because actually there was one. They were off to Europe in this car, and they messaged me 3 days before they went, and they said the car's leaking a bit of coolant. So we have put a brand new radiator in the front. They are very common and susceptible to dirt and debris and stones getting in there. And yeah, so I can remember we were at the old unit, and we were there till like 12 o'clock at night because they were leaving like first thing in the morning before they went off to Europe. So yeah, and they made it all the way around, no problems, and the car's been spot on since. So yeah, we have got this coming in stock. It needs a good valet, so we're going to get this off to the valeters this morning, and we'll show you when it comes back the condition it's in. But it is underneath, apart from being dirty, it is a really good car, and we've recently serviced it as well. And this is how we got onto the conversation that they were selling it. We serviced this 3-4 months back, came in for a service, no advisories, and they said, oh, we're thinking about upgrading. They did ask us if we had anything in stock, but they were after quite a specific vehicle. They wanted a Macan S, they wanted the radar, the lane assist, and they were after quite a few niche little things. And the radar, adaptation radar at the front is quite a rare option, so it's not something we could help them with. But they brought a car from Porsche Leeds. They're going up to collect that today, and they dropped this off. So yeah, this will be shortly to go on our website. I think it's going to retail for like $15,999, so just under 16,000. And I think you're getting a lot of car for the money, and it's still going to average, you know, high 30s MPG. So I think the Macan and Cayenne diesels they're really good value for money cars. So yeah, let's get this one off to the valeters.